So we go to 6th floor.
Wow.
Where is the main area of the warehouse and incoming quality control. So we follow the
supply chain.
The path of the materials.
Amazing, I like it.
So some of them are made in our own plastic shop or silicone shop, etc. Okay, but most of them, they come from hundreds of suppliers. Then they arrive right here on the 6th floor. They have a space to wait. Then the people from incoming QC will pick, check them, and either it goes into their normal planned stored area, or they would be put aside as non-conforming materials, right?
Okay.
In a red area, etc.
Yeah.
I will show you.
Then back into negotiation with the suppliers. You know? Yes. Yes.
We're doing some picking here. When they arrive, that's waiting. Okay. Then the little office. On the right side is warehouse, and on the left side is incoming QC.
Ah, okay.
So, hello.
Hello.
So, these people are checking the components and materials that we receive every day, right? So they pick some directly from different cartons, and then they will pick some randomly. They will also try to have an idea about the quantity. Sometimes they start, I don't know, I'm supposed to have 10,000 screws. Is it the right weight? These kind of things.
Right.
They check directly with the information in the ERP. We develop our own ERP. We check this. If it's a custom designed part, they would check against the drawing. But a lot of them are standard off the shelf part. As much as possible, you always want to buy a standard off the shelf. So then they check, okay, what there's some information. What's the color, what's the size, there's a few things. And any cosmetic defects.
So you have your own ERP customized system, not SAP or anything like that. No?
Exactly. Developed from scratch also. And these come back from the metal supplier with some powder coating. So we need to make sure that this gradient is right and there's no dents, scratches and things like that.
Yep. Okay. That's on materials incoming, like it.
Different materials. I'm not sure what it is.
These are SMT components.
These are electronic components on reels.
Yes.
So at least check the labeling. Is it the right part that they sent?
Right. Yep.
In the right quantity, etc.
Yeah.
There's some other ways to check them, but this is the most basic.
Right.
And this is quite handy. So it's a X-ray chemical analysis gun, basically.
Right.
And so it tells you, it will look for the metals, and it will tell you, okay, I have whatever. If it's 99% of copper and 1% of this,
amazing.
etc. You can check for the restricted metals for ROS. Okay?
Yes.
So it will tell you if it's above the limit.
ROHS, yep.
So quite useful. Been using it quite a bit for the last.
Is that also
2 years.
from China?
Olympus, Japan.
Oh, Japan.
Yeah.
And just this is.
I was going to say,
I think
pretty expensive.
250,000 RMB or something.
Wow. Other way around, no? That's it.
So, yeah.
To fit into
Keep
the
it,
molding
careful.
cavity. You
But
know.
we've got a bunch of things not ROS compliant, for example.
Ah.
People still use solder paste with lead, for example, or plating with too much nickel and some other things like that.
Wow.
So there's some restricted components. If it's metal, it will tell you. There's also a way to confirm the grade of certain types of alloys, because it will tell you composition, what grade of steel and so on. And,
that would be already pre-made components
it
that
has
you're
a big
testing.
library. It has a big database.
Ah, okay. Yep.
And then they have, for the most common, like PCBA, metal,
Okay.
plastic, etc.
Wow.
They would have the most common kinds of defects,
Yep.
some photos, and how do you check it?
Yeah.
What is it allowed, not allowed, within spec or not? What
Defect level. Yep.
what severity of defect, and then what to do
Wow.
by default. Okay, if the customer themselves do not have like a specific standard,
Yep.
that's what they will follow, right? Plastic, glass. Yeah, we're building it. We're building one for fabric now also.
Wow.
So that's, in case they have a doubt, they come back here, right?
Okay.
It's good for training. also.
Amazing.
So some of the things we check over and over and over.
Wow.
And these are for different projects, the golden samples.
Yep.
You have to check.
They're golden.
Hey, is it the right color? Because if you say, oh, it's green, how do you know if it's the right shade of green, right? For example.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, is it the same,
Yeah.
same material, same surface treatment, maybe, etc.
Wow.
And some special equipment. Later let's go see the lab also.
Yeah.
So in some cases, they need to do something a bit more advanced,
Yep.
and they walk just to the lab over there. So that's why we put it on the same floor. So it goes there and it goes behind us. So
Wow.
the small components are over there.
Yeah.
And this is waiting for IQC. So this is before they pick. It comes here, it's a waiting area. Basically.
Yep.
It's in the queue. It's not accepted yet. This is just some packaging materials. Hey, I see him. So this is the lab area.
Good one.
And you can think about it as a torture room for products.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, it's a reliability testing lab, not a compliance testing lab. There's some compliance things we can check, but
Okay.
so temperature, humidity. So what tends
Yep.
to kill electronic products? Heat, vibration,
Yep. Humidity.
variations of heat and humidity, okay, and quick variations especially, tend to kill electronic products. So this, we do some cycling of temperature and humidity with a certain profile typically. This is for UV, okay, for something that will be outdoor in the sun typically. Okay, it also can warm
Amazing.
up. It's also an oven, but it's mostly for UV, UV rays. So you accelerate and you say, okay, after 3 years in a certain latitude, okay, what will it look like, right? This is temperature shock. Doesn't do humidity, but temperature shock. So it changes the temperature quickly.
Yep.
And sometimes when you have several materials together, one will retract or expand faster, and then pop, you have a problem.
Yep.
So this one you can find some weaknesses
Wow.
of the product. This is for ESD. This is some examples.
Yeah.
The sensitivity to ESD, so it's static electricity. Right?
Right.
This also is something that can kill some electronic products. Because some electronic components are very, very sensitive to ESD.
Yeah. Static.
Okay.
Yep.
But if the product is too sensitive, it's really a problem. Some other things, this is for some repetitive movement. You set it up with the right tooling, and then basically very often you want to simulate the life of the product.
Yes.
How many times people press on the keys and do things like that. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But most of it is in the other room.
Yeah.
The compressor.
Salt spray container in there.
Yes,
Yep.
salt spray, yeah,
Yeah.
typical. Not just salt spray, but also something to simulate
Right.
when you have something coming in and out of the pocket many times.
Yeah.
Over there. These are some physical tests. So this one you can pull or push
Yes.
with a certain force, and it records everything. So it's very good to check, well, typically tensile strength of metals and so on, but also you can bend, you can do a lot of things. So a lot of the important physical properties can be checked on this one. This is guided drop test. So this one will hold the product, so you can put it at a certain angle, and then suddenly, whoop, it will disappear. So the product will drop
Yep.
from a certain height on a certain angle.
Yep.
Okay, so it's very reproducible. So you see that the product has a weakness,
For smartphones.
for example.
Yeah.
A lot of products actually, most products. This is for vibration
Yeah.
for the packaged products,
Yes.
and this is for the products themselves. You attach them around here, and then it goes 3 axes in a certain pattern, certain frequency of vibration. This is tumble, so you put it in the small one,
I
the
have
big
seen
one,
that, yep.
and then it goes around and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. This would break everything.
Joyhang had something like that for their smartphones.
This is coated. Yeah, phones typically.
Yes.
This is just a profiler to check some 2D dimensions
Yeah.
with high accuracy. And over there is some simple equipment. And sometimes the best is just to do it. Okay,
Yourself.
let's just do it by hand, a certain number of cycles, right?
Right.
Sometimes that's what it comes down to.
Yep.
But you insert, maybe you press the keys a certain number of times. You insert something, so like a USB cable in, out, a certain number
Yes,
of times.
yep.
This is for battery testing, so charge, discharge, measure.
Do you have a burn-in room? Somewhere else. That's post-production.
So what is highly dangerous, we don't do here.
Oh.
Like getting batteries up to more than 100 degrees Celsius, we will never get anywhere close to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could have a big chamber for that,
Oh. Okay.
but that's fine. It doesn't come very often, so we send to outside labs. And yeah, all kinds of things to do certain things. To do this, to check the coating if it's going to go, etc. etc. So that's for the torture room.
I love it. The torture room.
for the product.
Ping pong?
It's nearly the same size.
Could. It could.
So,
And
And if you weren't in there, you'd think they're playing ping pong. Can you hear it?
That's what I thought he was doing when I heard the... Fucking hell, they're playing ping pong.
Sounds like that.
So he was probably testing the silicone in between rather than the actual product. It's more the joiner.
The hinge.
Yes, yeah.
And in fact, a lot of people who have that
Yes.
hardware phone
Yeah.
are complaining,
They complain, yes.
saying that after
What?
only just a few months already the screen is...
Not good, huh? Even on the 6th version. My first impressions, Renault, this, like, your operations here is bloody big.
Yeah, thanks.
For,
Trying to keep things.
for someone that
For me,
lives
it's
in
more
Hong
like
Kong.
around